Hello, 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 hello. Morning, good morning. Hello, 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 hello. Morning, good morning. Morning, good morning. You're welcome to the Blueprints, and we're about to start another session. Yeah, you're welcome to the Blueprints. We're about to start another session, so you're going to permit me the first few minutes that we are here to quickly send a message to all our platforms so that they can join. Just hold on, please. Hold on, please. So if you are here, well, you're welcome. Let me know in the comments as I make uh, as I make an invite to everyone to be a part of it. So if you are joining us, please let me know where you're joining us from. Trying to make an invite to everyone to be a part of what we're doing here. If you are joining us, please let me know where you are joining us from in the comments. Trying to invite everyone to be a part of this. So just hold on as I do that. Hold on as I do that. Trying to send an invite to everyone. We're going to yes, I'm trying to send an invite to everyone. So hold on as I do that. So if you're joining us, just let us know where you're joining us from. Sending an invite to activate everybody to come up live. Moments. As you're joining, just let us know where are you joining us from. Once I'm done sending, I will be able to. Once I'm done sending, I will be able to bring in a speaker. We use about the first 5 to 10 minutes to activate and send everybody a notification that they can join immediately. So just let me know. You're welcome. All right, as our guest speaker is right here. She's waiting. So we're gonna bring her on very soon. But I have to send a mail to all our platforms. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Let me know. Thank you from Abba Covenant Child from Surulere. Thank you for being here. Just confirm if you can hear me. If you can see me, confirm audio from Ibejuleki. Thank you. Confirm audio, confirm audio, video, confirm. We have a whole lot of platforms and we are moving. I just have to mail everyone. So you hold on a bit, takes a bit of time to do that. Thank you for being here. All right. If you're joining, welcome to the blueprints. As we're about to start, just let us know where you're joining us from. Get your pen, your paper. You're about to learn some practical things. Okay, said I can hear you. All right. Please confirm if you can hear me, and so that we will not. All right. Yes, all our groups have been activated. All our groups have been activated. All right. Yes. Okay, thank you for coming. I can see a whole lot of people here. So right now, I'm going to bring in our speaker shortly to join us. But while doing that, I will read our profile, and then we can get started on. Yes. So just hold on. Good. So a lot of people have joined here, and I can see Lasisi Oladimiji Aliu from Lagos, Agege. Oh, good to have you. Yes, I can see and hear you clearly. Though, wow. All right, Mrs. Messi Adelegon from Lafayette School. Favor Perry, thank you. I can hear you clearly. Kechuku, I can hear you. Joining from Covenant Child Academy. Great to have you. So a lot of people are joining in. So without wasting much time, I'm going to bring in our speaker to. I want to introduce that our wonderful, vivacious mommy speaker this moment. So before I bring her in, I just want to please confirm from your end if you can hear me clearly, if you can see me clearly, so that we will not have a back and forth once the presentation starts. Always confirm. And if you are coming in, let me know where you're joining us from. My name is Falo Intunoa Sheon. I'm also known as Teacher IT. I partner with school owners to help them break their enrollment records. And we're going to be having such partnership with one of us today. She is Reverend Mrs. Fumi Ojo. She's a minister of the gospel from the First Quail Gospel Church in Nigeria. And she's also a school owner. She's a life builder. She's an educator. She's a life molder. Also, she's the founder of the Diamond All Schools located in Edimu, Egbeda, Lagos. It's a massive structure building right there in Diamond Hall in Edimu. She started her career as a fresh graduate in 1983 from the great University of Ife. She has a master's in education admin from University of Lagos. She worked with Nigerian Navy as a teacher, and she occupied key positions for 24 years before she retired in 2007. And in the same 2007, she started her school, the Diamond Hall School at Idemo. Our vision for the school is to be the first class school sought after in Alimosho and beyond. She's passionate about the teaching profession, especially her relationship with teachers and parents. She runs an outfit called School Warehouse, which is a one-stop shop for your educational need, everything. I mean, I have a very great knowledge about School Warehouse. Then she's a consultant. She's also a mentor to many school owners. She's married with 3 biological children and many other children God has given to her. So she will be joining us this morning. She will be joining us this morning, and I'm going to be bringing her right there to the stream. You're welcome, ma. Good morning, ma.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, teacher IT. And
Yes,
how
good
are you
morning.
today?
Yes, we are doing fine. We have had a great rest. We are rejuvenated. We are ready to go today.
Yeah. Good morning, dear colleagues. I'm so happy to be here. I want to say a great thank you to teacher IT for the opportunity given to me to speak to you as colleagues and to share experiences. Teacher IT has been a big influence on my profession. I sometimes call her teacher Kekere, you know, but then she's an engima. She's so he has the energy. He has a big energy that he's using to to pull everybody around. And I must say, teacher IT, the Lord bless you greatly in
Amen.
Jesus' name.
Amen.
Oh, he has already introduced me. My name is Fumi Ojo, Diamond Hall School, Idimu. I'm a small girl. I run a I run a school warehouse. Before I go into what I'm supposed to, I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Itunu for school warehouse. He was actually the one that engineered me to start school warehouse. I just listened on a Saturday morning to one of his write-ups. Then we were just on the 5 secret groups. And then he said, most of you that are teachers, are professionals, you have people that are writing things for you. Why don't you start your own work? Why don't you do something about your profession? And I just was there. I was like, what is he talking about? And I do a lot of things in my school. And the following Saturday, I just put up just an apron, just a feeding apron. And people started asking me, what is this? What is this used for? Before you know what is happening, I'm using the things I use in school, in my school, in Diamond Hall. I started posting them. And people were asking how much. Oh, from this. Fine. And that's how school warehouse.
Hello, ma. We have a bit of network. Wow. I should be back shortly. I think there's a bit of network. Oh, not this morning. Not this morning. If you have an online meeting and you have not had network issues, like the online meeting is not complete. Network issues is always part of the online meeting. I don't know why. All right. We are going to have our comeback in a moment. Uh, okay. Please, I'm waiting for her to come in. Okay, she's here. She's here.
I think it's
All
just a
right.
network.
Network,
So
yes.
today we have
Hmm. Hello? Hello, ma?
We have schools, my retirement plan, that creating an effective parents and teachers communication system. Creating an effective parents and teachers communication system without fallout. I want to tell you, it is very exciting working with children, with pupils, but your brilliance, your expertise cannot be shown, cannot be manifested without you working with the whole family. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you just single out the child, and that's why education says that education is all about child-centeredness. If you just single out the child to work on the child, you might not achieve much. And that means you need to have everyone to be carried along with you, with the child or with the children. And so we start working with the whole family. I mean, the parents, I mean, even caregivers at home, the house girls, the uncles, the people that surround that child, all those people, you need to get close to them. You need to know them. That is the only way you are able to communicate with the child. If you don't get close to those people, there is no way you'll be able to have an impact on that child. And be sure that those are the ones that will actually assess what you are doing. We are talking about effective parents and teachers communication system. My parents are my assets. What do I mean by that? I believe parents don't just come to school. They don't just come, not your flyers. For years, I've stopped having flyers because I discover it's just a waste of time. I've stopped going on bus routes, or what do you call it, where you now carry your teachers in the school bus. I mean, I've stopped it over 5 years. I don't do it because I discovered that is not the way that parents come to school. 80% of parents that comes to your school is through referral. 80%. Some probably are just going on the road and they see your school, the structure, and they pass in. But a lot of them come in because of what another parents have told them about you, or what they have seen your child done, and then say, oh, what school does that child go to? And that's why I encourage using good books, very good intellectual books, not just any book, not just any book. I tell people my school is in Idimu, but I don't run an Idimu scheme. I run a scheme or an international scheme. I said my school is in Idimu, but I run Lekki School. That is my mentality. That is my passion. And that's what I tell people. So it depends on how you are able to communicate this first to your parents and to your teachers. These are the major people that you need to make sure that you run a successful parents communication system. Now, when it comes to inquiries, most times, I come out of my office, I'll just be hanging around. Because I want to hear what my secretary is talking about. And there sometimes I have to come in. You know why I have to come in? Your personality makes a lot of difference. The word that comes from my mouth as the owner, and I'm always proud to tell them I'm a professional. I'm so proud to tell them the many years I have spent in being a teacher. For so many years, for 37 years, I'm so proud to tell them that. So the child comes in, I interact with the child, and before you know what is happening, the parents are already paying school fees. So it is very important that the first point of call is when your parents come in, you need to get it clicked right away. first with the child, and then the parents will be looking at you. And that's when you come to my office. My office is, you probably call my office untidy. But like many people would say, my office is just technically active. Because when you get there, I want children to come to my office. You will see a lot of things. Children have a lot of things to touch. They have a lot of things to inquire about. They have a lot of things to see. And before you know what is happening, they are not leaving. They are telling you, I want that school. I want Diamond Hall. I want to go to Diamond Hall. So we need to get some things in a very critical way. It is important that we satisfy our parents professionally. Most of the time, like I said, our parents are assets. I try to create effective communication with parents. I try as much as possible to know every parent's name. I have their phone numbers. I don't have a closing time. The time we started to talk about creating a 24-hour school, I just told my parents, I wrote on my platform, I said, Diamond Hall is 24 hours on the run. And they were like, what happened? I said, because we are going to have WhatsApp group for every class. And on that, you can get to us at every particular time. And so no wonder when the COVID-19 happened, we were not at a loss, because we already had a platform for every class. I have 32 platforms in my school that I have to look at every day. 32 classrooms that I have to look at every day. And so it becomes a sin in Diamond Hall School. If I want to employ you as a teacher, you don't have a functional phone. You can't just have any phone. Your phone must be Android. Your phone must be Android. We give about 50–60% of them, you must have a laptop, because the way we work in Diamond Hall, it's more on media, it's more on internet. So all these things have to be put in place. Now, when a parent comes in to make an inquiry, and I first want to introduce myself, and I want to let them know, the first thing I let the parents know is that their child is safe. How? I introduce to them right from my gates. Right from my gates, you are able to know what is happening here from my gates. Then you move into my reception. And then the receptionist has been trained to let them know that we have a system in place that is called Kids Monitor. Kids Monitor. The Kids Monitor is when your child comes into school in the morning, early in the morning, your child clicks in. He clocks in, either a school bus or you bring them. Your child clocks in. Immediately you get, either in your office or at home, immediately you get an alert that tells you that your child is safe at home, at school. Yes. And immediately the child is leaving the school, either with school bus or with parents, they must clock out. It has actually helped me a great deal, because we had a child that ran away from home. It was this that helped me. It was this that helped me. So it helps me to let the parents know that their children are very safe with us. Now, we are talking about creating an effective parents and teachers communication system without a fallout. What do we really understand by that? We are saying it is possible for us to avoid loggerheads with our parents. I tell my teachers, I said, we are in school because of the parents. And that's the first thing we should know. If they are not there, I cannot get my salary. You cannot get your salary. You cannot get an increment. And therefore, everything that is important that we need to make sure we satisfy them, we should do that. We have trained them in a way to interact with parents. That even on platforms, like I told you, we have, for each class, they have a platform. There are some questions when the parents ask for it. I'm going to go on the platform, how it operates later. You know, the teacher will just keep quiet because they know I'm the one to answer that question. And they know I will always be online, even till 12 a.m. There is no day I would go without checking whatever is happening in my school. Even when I'm outside the country, I know what is happening in the school. So we are talking about having this communication with our parents so that our school can expand, our school can grow. Now, what are we talking about communication? What actually is communication? The communication is human connection, connecting one person to the other. And the way the communication is passed is so important. The way you talk, the way I perceive it can be different. And that is why our teachers, our workers, from the gates down to the cleaners, the caregivers, to those that are in the school buses, must be trained on how to communicate. And the first thing I tell my teachers and my caregivers and my workers is, when a parent complains, the first thing is, I'm very sorry, ma. I'm going to make sure I look into it. I'm so sorry, ma. I'm going to make sure I look into it. It doesn't take anything away from you, because that is why I'm here. That is from them we eat. So communication with our parents is so important. It's a human connection. It is the key to personal and career success. You need a key for a success in your career. Your communication is so, so important. The way you perceive your parents, either you are older than them. I'm 60 years by His grace, but I have parents that are 20-something. I'll still say, good morning, ma. Good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, sir. And some of them, when I turned 60 in January, and they discovered, I was say, mommy, please, Emma Somafuamo, please don't say myself what. I said, you are my clients. You are my client. I said, this is official. I need to address you officially. So it's semi-official. I will still greet them. Oh, good afternoon, ma. How are you, ma? You are looking good. I like your dress. Oh, you are looking so nice today. And sometimes when I see them online on their status, I make comments just to show them I care about them. So communication is about connection. It's about the key to personal and career success. So in the modern living, if there's anything we need to know, if there's anything we need to do as a school to grow, especially with the competition around, I want to let my colleagues know that in this profession now, it is not only trained teachers that are in the profession. It's not only trained teachers. You see, people like Teacher Itunu has come up to move us away from the conventional classroom work, to know that even as a teacher, we need to learn about management, how to manage people, how to market what we have. You could be intelligent, you could have a lot of things, yet if you don't have the right communication skill, you will miss it out. You will miss it out. If you don't know how to pass what is right in your brain and what you have learned at school and your creativity into it, you will miss it out. And that's why your communication is so, so important. And every aspect of human activity is governed with good communication. And when you talk about communication in the school, you are talking about feedback. Feedback. Being able to get a feedback from your parents. Now, how can I get a feedback? when I don't communicate with my parents, when I'm hidden, when nobody sees me, when I'm always in the classroom, in my office under the air conditioner. No, it's not possible. As a matter of fact, because of my age, I'm not going to deceive you. I don't come in early to school in the morning. You know, I've already put in a good structure. We have a good structure. We have a school manager, we have principal, we have school admin, we have head teacher, and so many other people, you know, the top management. But one thing I don't miss is in the afternoon. When it is 2 o'clock, 2:30, I'm out of my office greeting parents. I say it is an official work. I must come out and greet them and say hello to them and say hello to the children and show affection. Let the parents know I know their children by name. Let them know I care about them. So while they are talking, most of the time, they don't have access to my teachers. I make sure parents really don't have too much access to my teachers. The reason is because of temper. Some parents could have very bad temper. At the same time, some teachers too, I'm not going to rule out that. Sometimes, you know, we are all human beings. So to avoid all those things, most of our complaints and whatever is directed to the admin. But in the afternoon, I come out. Good afternoon, ma. How are you, ma? How is daddy? And if it is a daddy I'm seeing for the first time or I don't see often, oh, that is nice seeing you. Oh, I wish you come. Are you on leave? Oh, I wish you come and pick, you know, just to create a good rapport. And when we do that, we put ourselves in their hearts. They know their children are very, very comfortable. Now, we want to talk about parent-teacher communication system. Primarily, what do we mean by that? The parent and the teacher communication system. I initially told you, I said, you cannot bring out the child and impact on that child without looking at the environment of the child, where the child came out from. And that is the parents. And that is the house girl, even the house girl, even the driver. Some of them, Okada men brings them. Even the Okada men, you must be able to talk about it. So we look at, okay, what are the parent-teacher communication system? How do parents actually communicate with our teachers? How do they communicate with the parents? The first thing is when we start the session, the teacher comes up and introduces herself or himself as a manager of that class. And then puts her picture there and tell them so many things they would enjoy in the class. And then to greet all the parents and then tell them, look, I'm always online 24 hours, call me. So already we have created that rapport. In my school, each class has a WhatsApp group. What I mean is that if I have PG class, like I have 2 PG classes, playgroup classes, each of those classes have a WhatsApp. And all the parents' numbers and names are in that WhatsApp. The teachers is the admin. I'm also the admin. The head teacher is there. The school manager is there. The head of department, if it's because it's nursery, the head of the department is there. So we have about 6 people that are in the school system that are with that teacher on that platform. And so it helps us to monitor the work of the teacher every day. And like I told you, when you are joining my school, you must have a good phone. When they do the interview, sometimes I don't do the interview, but I'm the final person they see when we have to employ. The first thing I said, let me see your phone. They bring out, like somebody told me when they said, I have tonosobe. I said, what is the meaning of tonosobe? He said, it's just it's a simple phone. I said, do you have, is it Android? I said, let me see it. Bro, I said, this one cannot work. Oh, you can't work with me. He said, my why? I said, because you need your phone. You need your phone. Maybe you ask me, are the teachers abusing phones in the classrooms? No, they don't. They don't. They don't. Because at every time they have a class, I want to see what they are doing. My teacher will bring up some of our activities on our phone very, very soon. We have a lot of the things the children are doing. I want to see it every day. From this, I'm able to monitor what the teacher is doing, apart from the CCTV that is in my office. Not only that, the parents are also able to see what the children are doing at home or after school. And so some of them will just probably ask questions. They'll say, oh, I didn't see my child in the class. Oh, what is it? So when they get home, when the children get home, the parents call them, come and do what you have done in the class. So it helps a great deal. And then when you also talk about that, the teacher, as much as possible, educates the parents right on that platform. Because some parents will tell us, and that is a class platform, we gave rules. One of the rules that we have on our platform is when you have a challenge with your child academically, please don't put it on platform. Rather, chat the teacher privately, because it might just be only your child that has that challenge and you are just exposing yourself. And sometimes the children don't do assignments. We don't allow teachers to put on the platform that so child is not doing assignments. We have a communication book. So as much as possible, we try to protect the child, we protect the parents' inadequacies, but then we are able to pass information of what we do every day. Now, why is parent-teacher communication necessary? Why do you think it's necessary? Or why do I think it is necessary? It is very necessary because children spend majority of their time either at school or at home. And therefore, the child needs to be sandwiched. Yeah. That's what I tell my parents, especially in secondary school. Or when parents come and give me complaints, their children are doing this. I said, please, at any time you are seeing anything about your child you are not comfortable with, please give me a call. Please come to the school, come and tell us. Now, when we sandwich that child has nowhere to run to, because he knows at home, the parents knows what he's doing. At school, we know what he's doing at home. So he has to sit up. So you see, it helps us to work on the time of the children. We are able to communicate effectively. Like take for instance, I tell everybody in my school, I said, children should not watch television from Monday to Friday. It is a taboo. I am not saying it is that all parents are observing it, but that is the way I raised my children. I told them, I said, Monday to Friday, no television. When my children comes home, in fact, in those days, there's no DSTV. So it's just little thing that we were watching. But even those cartoons, I make sure that they don't watch it. Because when they come back from school, they must do their assignments. I must check what they have done. I must ask questions. I must bond with them. So this communication, we also help parents to bond with their children. We let them know, please, instead of you to allow them to watch telly, Monday to Thursday. Why don't you ask them on what they have done? Why don't you ask them about their friends? Why don't you ask them about their teachers? Why don't you look at what they have done during the day and then ask questions about it? This will help the child to know that mommy is interested in me, daddy is interested in me. And I tell them it goes a very long way. Now that you are doing it, you might not see it as anything big, but it's so big because in 20 years' time, in 30 years' time, your children will remember. They will remember that when they were in school, daddy used to do this. When I was in school, mommy used to do this. And they don't have any option than to do it for their children. And when they see anything on the contrary, they are always on the lookout for it. Unfortunately, these days, I'm not saying it is wrong. We have a lot of career mothers, career fathers. They don't even do assignments. They depend so much on lesson teachers. And most times I tell my parents, I said, your lesson teacher cannot be effective for more than 30 minutes. My reason is that the teacher has been used from 7, if you are in my school, you resume at 7:15 latest, 7 to 7:15. You don't close until 4. The school closes at 3. Teachers have 1 hour to stay back, to prepare for the day, for the following day, to mark assignment, do this, and the following day, yes, to the next day. And so by the time they go for lesson, the first thing they will ask from you is, please give me cold water to drink. Then they will drink cold water. After they finish the cold water, they now ask the child, let me see your assignment. And that's why you find out that some children's assignments are being done by the class teachers and by your lesson teachers. And the reason why it is so is because you don't have time. All are the things we tell our parents. We are not saying don't have a lesson teacher. Sometimes you need a lesson teacher, but make sure that that lesson teacher is monitored. Make sure that that lesson teacher is monitored. Your environment is so important. The environment whereby you communicate is very important. Education is not confined to the class at all. In my school, we don't stay in the class. Most of the time, I tell them, take the children out. Let them go out of the classroom. Sometimes they can be at the playground. Sometimes they just go around, they want to talk about flowers, they go around the compound and so many things. And sometimes we take them even out of the school. We call that learning visits, which I know many schools do. We call them learning visits to reinforce what we are teaching in school. Take, for example, if we teach addition or we are teaching money, we take them to the supermarkets. We tell the parents, please, can you give 500 naira to your child? We'll be taking them to the supermarkets, and then we allow the child to buy whatever he wants to buy and collect change. And then take it home so that they know what it is to spend and how they could interact with people. So education and parents' communication is not limited. Most times the parents will give us a call. Oh, this is nice. My daughter bought bread. My daughter bought this. My daughter bought that. Oh, if I once said, my daughter bought a pair of socks for the sister. And these are the things we try to teach the children all the time. So naturally, as teachers, as school owners, we are models. We are role models to the children. Whatever we do, the children are following us. Let me give you an example. For some time, I had my hair on, but maybe about 7 years now, I decided to cut my hair. And then I cut a style. is it Bob or whatever, you know, this Anita Baker. I just cut it. I want to tell you that the following 2-3 weeks, I saw my secondary school, they were cutting it. I said, okay, oh, this is what you have said. I now said, for me, oh, as old as I want to look young, but for you, you are still under authority. Yes. No child should cut this. You cut this one, I'll cut your hair. You know, we give them guidelines. So you cannot say because Ms. Ojo cut her hair in this way. Ms. Ojo wants to look young. Ms. Ojo wants to look good. Ms. Ojo has paid her dues. You understand? I just want something different. But you are still under authority. So you can't just cut any hair and come to school. We are role models. Sometimes they'll cut it particularly. Parents say, my daughter said, you should, she's not supposed to do this kind of hair. I said, yes. I tell my parents, whenever I'm having a meeting with them, I said, when you allow your children to disobey me, then automatically they will disobey you. If I give them instruction at school and you tell them, don't mind Mrs. Ojo, don't mind Mr. Ario, and don't mind your teacher, and you let them disobey, because that confidence they will bring to school, and then they put up attitude. That attitude will go, it will boomerang, because you have taught them how to disobey rules and authority. So automatically they will disobey you. And so we have this kind of relationship with our parents that goes beyond updating them on academic progress. It goes beyond that. It's much more than academics. We look at the total child. We look at the total parents. We have opportunity. We create an environment whereby we could talk to parents. Recently, I decided to have my PTF in 3 dimensions. What do I mean by 3 dimensions? In 3 ways. I decided I am not going to be having a general PTF meeting. Why? Because what applies to nursery classes does not apply to primary parents. Neither does it apply to secondary. So I decided it's stressful. It's stressful. I will tell you that. And the parents, my parents always tell me, well, and I tell them that's what you are paying for. You pay me for that. So I decide. So what we started at this session, we started last term. We had primary parents, nursery parents alone. We were able to talk about the landmarks, their children, and everything about them. And they do only the parents of nursery schools, nursery section. And they were able to ask questions about their parents, about their children. That is related. Yes. So it's, and then we don't have a very long period of 2-3 stupid, I'm sorry to use the word stupid, questions of how did you spend 1 naira? No, that's not what I'm there for. I want to tell you what I am doing about your child. So if your child is having problem, let me know right there. I will tell you, this is what I expect your child to have known. My teachers are seated. All the nursery teachers will be in school on that day. They are
hello, ma.
He will be there. Everybody that is related, primarily for the primary, we were able to talk to them about challenges. We were able to talk to them about sexuality. We were able to talk to them about so many things that we noticed from the children. When it came to secondary, wow, I had more than enough to talk about. Bringing telephones to school, you know, using their laptops when they bring in their laptops, because sometimes we ask them to bring in their laptops, TikTok. Children are already always on TikTok, on Facebook, doing this, that, and so many things. And this helps us to communicate with the parents effectively, and, you know, gives them that confidence about us and, you know, giving their children to us. Now, let's talk about how do we run our WhatsApp, or what do we do to maybe to, okay, let me say, okay, how do we start a relationship? I've actually started, we establish a relationship. We know the parents. The teachers knows every parent in the class, except the ones that don't come. Now, in the class, the teacher drops on every parent's birthday. The teachers know the parent's birthday. So they will drop it on the class platform. And everybody celebrates that parents.
Wow.
Oh, happy birthday, happy birthday. On their wedding anniversary, the teacher drops the picture of the parents and we greet them for their wedding anniversary. And all the students, all the parents in that class, they also do that. On the children's birthday, we do the same. We put the child there. I know they have all these effigies, the teachers do. They pick the child's pictures, different activities the child has been doing in the class, and then they begin to reflect it and show it, and then talking about the child and how nice the child is, and so many ways. And then the parents are so happy, they will clap and they will send messages and say, thank you for celebrating us. Thank you for celebrating my child. Thank you for celebrating my husband. You know, these things could be so fantastic. Yes, and it goes, yes. So it helps us to establish a good relationship. Now, we tried as much as possible to be consistent. We try to be consistent with what we do. What do I mean by consistent? I mean that every day, it is not today when we post picture. We will not post picture in another 1 week. No. Every day. It is, in fact, like I told you, it is a sin. It is a sin if I don't see the activities you have done in your class. It doesn't take them time to snap the children, even when they are eating or when they are having a class, a mathematics class. They've snapped them. When they're on the playground, they've snapped them. And they put it on the platform. It is a sin when you don't do that for me, because I want to know what you are doing. Not only do we now have the pictures to show, we also have an online assignment. We have what we call, everybody call it a memo book. Some call it homework diary. We also do have that. But we are aware some children might not copy the assignments properly, or some don't even copy at all, especially in secondary school. So what do we do? Every day, the teacher puts the assignments for the day online on WhatsApp. So the teacher would say, today, the children or the pupils are given assignments, if it's in the primary, are given assignments in mathematics, page 45, A to F. Phonics and spelling, page 40, 1 to 2. You understand? So the parents know the assignment the children are supposed to do. So even when the children gets home and they say, do you have an assignment? No, you don't have an assignment. The parents have already received the child's assignment right in the office, even before they get home. So when they get home, all they need to do is pick the child's assignments book and make sure the child has done it or assist in doing it. And we let them know, if your child cannot do the assignment, return it back to school. Let the teacher know that my child is not able to do this assignment. The reason is, it means learning has not taken place for that particular child. And we want to know if the child is lazy or not. So we are able to let the parents know that this child can do this, is lazy. We want to know what are the things that is hindering the child at home from doing assignments. And from there, we get to know They watch telly. Most of them watch telly as late as 2 a.m. In fact, sometimes school bus drivers tells us that when they are picking children in the morning, they will horn, bang, 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 and the children are watching cartoon in the morning before they come to school. So the communication that you are having with your parents must be consistent. It must be consistent. When a child is not in school today, before 10 o'clock, the admin would have gone around the school to know the children that are not in school. And latest by 11, she picks her phone and make calls to make sure why is the child not in school, except on fees. And even if it's on free drive, we want to be sure it is because of free drive. Now, if the child is ill and the parents didn't tell us that the child is ill, we communicate to the class teacher, and the class teacher will give a call. After 1-2 days, the class teacher must visit that child at home and let us know what is happening. And this goes a long way in being consistent and having a good relationship with the parents. Now, how do we also have effective parent-teachers communication? I want to talk about using the right and the appropriate tools. Using the right and the appropriate tools. Thank God for education is so dynamic now. It is unlike those days where when I went to school in Akure, so many miles away or kilometers away from Lagos, where my parents are. I don't see them more than once in a term. And in those days, we can only write letters, maybe twice, and they will read the letters. And if it is urgent, it has to be telegram. Daughter, sick, stop, come immediately. That is all. But things have changed. There's a right and appropriate tool to be used with parents and with teachers to communicate with parents. One, text messages. When a child is having a problem with a particular subject, the teacher takes it upon himself or herself. We're not without my knowledge, because everything that goes out of my school, I must know about it. The reason is a parent can call me. I'm the CEO. I'm the accounting officer of Diamond Hall. And so if you just go out of your way, you call a parent without my knowledge or without the manager's knowledge, and they call me and ask me and say, this thing is happening, I feel embarrassed that I don't know. So my teachers already know it. So it's after they have best and we don't know what to do, I can just tell them, please, can you invite the parents? Let's talk to the parents. And in most cases, we have found it very, very effective. Then we use the WhatsApp platform. WhatsApp platform is a major tool we use. Let me tell you something. WhatsApp platform, we use it to pass informations. I don't waste money on papers any longer. No, I save paper. I save money. I save cost. There is no information I want to pass that does not go on my WhatsApp. I want to talk about activities, it's on my WhatsApp. I want to talk about newsletter, meetings, it's on my WhatsApp. Everything, school fee drive is on my WhatsApp. Everything will be logged in. And moreover, we now have parents and we have teachers now that even go an extra mile. I told you that most of the things are done online. Take, for example, teachers would come up and they would put some articles for parents to learn. we have for health. Some parents, some teachers put for health. The biology teacher, they put for health. My mathematics teachers, they sometimes give even the parents quiz, and then they respond. So these are so many ways that we make sure that informations are passed on to school. And let me tell you, we try as much as possible to keep the privacy of our parents. We don't talk about the parents, anything that is not general. We do not say it on the platform. Hello, I hope everybody is listening to me. I'm sorry,
Yes.
I'm a
Yeah.
fast talker.
They
Maybe
are.
I'm just talking, I'm talking,
No, they are
but I
listening.
hope, uh,
There's a whole
okay,
lot of questions here. A whole lot of questions.
okay.
So
So,
once you are done, you'll be able to answer them.
okay. So we kind of share informations with our parents, anything that is happening around, we let them know, and they are always grateful for it. They are always grateful. In fact, if they will tell us, oh, if a child is not shown, say, we didn't see our child today. What happened? Is he not in school? And the teacher will say, no. And the child will bring out the child. I say, the child is here. Maybe we draw an arrow and say, this is Chukwudebe and all that. So we are able to use different apps for assignments. We have something we call on weekends. You know, I told you that I told you that uh I told you that uh, uh school is 24 hours.
Hours, yes.
Because of my passion and what I have kind of sold to the teachers too, they also do it. And that means on weekends we have what is called a flip class. On weekend we have what is called a flip class. Now, what is that flip class? Instead of your child to just be sleeping and doing nothing, I tell them, give them hours. Television films should be watched sometimes as a motivation, as a reward system. So when your child has finished the assignments and he has achieved some things, you will let the child know, okay, you have an opportunity to watch cartoon, your favorite cartoon, for 2 hours or for 3 hours. And then on Saturdays, we try as much as possible to have what's called a flip class. What do I mean by flip class? Between 10 o'clock and 12, teachers post what is to happen, what we are to teach the following week. Make it in form of videos, in form of links. They post it on the class platforms so that the children can go through it with their parents. So when they come to the class on Monday or Tuesday and the topic is to be treated, the parents that are serious with their children, the children already have a glimpse of what is happening. I'm not telling you I'm achieving 100% of this. I have parents that have complained and said, my wahala is too much. That Monday to Friday, I don't allow them to rest for assignments. Saturday again, I still give them work. And I now told, I had 3 or 4 of them. And I addressed it openly at a PCF meeting. And I said, it is a choice. I told them I'm doing my job, but it is a choice. I'm not going to penalize your child for not joining the flip class or for not watching the video or for not doing what the teacher wants him to do. It is a choice. But I feel it will help your child more because you can sit with your child and know what is to happen in the following week. It helps us to have feedbacks, communication, WhatsApp programs that we do in the classrooms. helps us to have a feedback. Like I told you, every day I must look at 32 WhatsApp platforms, apart from the one that I have for teachers. So most people that knows me with School Warehouse, and then I also have School Warehouse platforms too that I need to address too. And I also have my ministry. And they say, don't you sleep? And I said, I sleep. But works are better done mostly in the night. Although I'm trying to sleep now so that it will not tell on me. You know? So, so we have that. We also have a relationship whereby we have record communication. We save our records. We have our results online. We have our results online. And before the results online, we have most of our exams as CBT, even from nursery class. Nursery class is on CBT. So immediately the children finish the exam, they get their results. And so at home, they easily tell their parents, Mommy, I got 40. Mommy, I got 60. You understand? So a child that will not be happy before he gets home will not be happy because they already seen the results. And then we have online results. So parents have opportunity to check their children's results online. So I tell them that in 20 years' time, 30 years' time, your child has an opportunity to log into our websites with his or our own password. It can never be duplicated. To bring out his or our own records, school records. It is there. So initially, parents were like, they should give, they don't have time to be checking things. So does everybody have time to be going to? I said, if you don't have time, go to cyber cafe now. I can't be going to cyber. And I told her, I said, okay, no problem. If you want me to check for you, I will, but you pay 1,000 naira. So nobody came. So we did, most times we now do a kind of lecture to parents on how to access their children's results. Like as we are going to resume now, we are going to have a time to do lecture for them to access their children's online results. Not only that, we try to communicate effectively with our parents, especially when the age 2 children resume school. The children are just learning how to talk. The children probably will be speaking in unknown languages. Some of them will be speaking tongues and will be singing some songs the parents don't know. And the system whereby some parents were educated are different from the 21st century. Some parents were taught ABC. A is for apple, B is for ball, and all that. We don't do that. And I've had some parents sometimes ago, they came to me and said, my child does not know anything. Even ordinary ABC, he cannot read. I was so embarrassed when my brother's child came to the house, and that child was 2 plus or 3. That this my brother's child was reading A for apple, and was said state and capital. He said, Mrs. Ojo, I don't know what you are doing. I'm just disappointed. And you are collecting this amount. And I just laughed. And I said, sir, your child would not know ABC because I did not teach your child ABC. And he said, so what did you teach them? I said, I taught him sounds, phonics sounds, ability to hear a sound. When a cat mews, you don't need to see the cat before you say that is a cat. Right. When a dog barks, you don't need to see the dog before you say a dog is around the corner. That is what we taught your child. And I tell them, I said, look, a child of 3-year-old saying state and capital. I said, I don't believe in it. Because it's all about rotary learning. And then the child, if you look at it, ask the child intermittently, what is the capital of Akwa Ibom? He will not be able to tell you. So what we now do is to have an effective parents-teachers communication. At the beginning of a term like this, like mid-term break now, we bring in new parents, especially the early years, and then we teach them Jolly Phonics. We teach them some of the things they will expect to hear from their children. We teach them, yes, we teach them some songs. We teach them how to teach their children. We teach them pencil grade. You understand? So that these are the things the children will exhibit. They don't just beat them. Many parents will just beat the children. I told you to school. You don't know ABC. Bah. What are you doing? You cannot write this. And the children, when they want to say, write 3, the children are trying to use the method that the teacher has taught to say a curve and a curve is 3. A curve and a curve is 3. While the child is trying to say a curve, go. You should write 3, write 4, write, you know. And then when the children are faced with that, they become intimidated. Even those things that they know, they are not able to say it. So we take opportunity to talk to our parents, especially the early years, on what is expected from their children at that age and what they should know. Now, we encourage engagements. We encourage parents to be engaged. Most of the time we do projects, and we have themes, and then we ask the parents to find out some things about the children, about the project. Like this time, my primary section, they are talking about habitats, and they decided to change the names of the classrooms to animals and their habitats. And there is one of them that the class is grade 3 sloth. Grade 3 sloth. SLOTH. And the parents on that platform begin to say, what is the meaning of grade sloth? Are they slothful? Are they lazy? Or what kind of name are you giving them? This, and that, and that, and that. And the teacher has to come up. As of course. And the teacher has to come up with the animal called sloth and the characters and everything, and was able to educate them and say, okay, I never heard about this before. I never heard about this. So we try as much as possible through the communication, through an engagement, to even educate the parents. Like last term, we have If Africa Were a Village, and we learned 21 countries. 21 countries in Africa, and it's a big work, because what we did was that we gave them in second term, and then we started working on it, and the children spoke the language of those countries they have chosen. Each class has a country they are learning, so they have to speak their language, at least their greetings. They must know the presidents, they must know the major towns, they must know the population, and so many things. It is a subject on its own. We always give a period to learn about our theme for the term. Wow. And in doing that, the parents are also learning. The parents are also learning, and they come up with us and they tell us, oh, like last time they said, oh, we never heard about Seychelles. We never heard about Rwanda. Is Seychelles in Africa? We never knew. There were so many countries they learned about. So on the day that we had the grand finale, you needed to see parents. Some of them were dressed even in that country's attire, because all our children were dressed in the country's attires. And some of their parents too did that. And they came up and told us the different things they have learned about the country their children were. And some of their parents has 3 children in my school, and he said, I have flown to 3 countries. You know, I said, wow. He said, I have flown to 3 countries on holiday. He said, I went to Seychelles. I went to Rwanda. I never knew Rwanda is so beautiful. I never knew Rwanda has recovered. I never knew Seychelles is an island. The name itself does not speak of Africa. You know, and they all came out and they were talking about, I'm talking about carrying our parents along, engaging them, having a feedback, and all these are done on media. All these are done on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Wow.
So we actually need to encourage our children, our parents, to be part of the school system, encourage them to be engaged. Sometimes we give them puzzles. And you see parents coming up and answering questions, and getting excited about it. And that's not to say we don't have personal interaction with them. Like I said, my office is always open 24 hours. We try as much as possible to be creative with parents. And parents will say, Diamond Home. On today, we try as much as possible to be dynamic. We want to be dynamic. We want to do what other schools are not doing. We want to be a pace setter. And so we do some things. Sometimes it takes them time to adjust to it, but we make them to understand it is for the benefit of the children. So, for example, I have in my secondary school, I appreciate my secondary school teachers from JSS 1 to SS3 every day, apart from whatever they teach them. Between 7 and 8, they give them mathematics and further maths every day, apart from assignments, 1 hour.
Secondary?
Online.
Wow.
Secondary. Every day, 1 hour. And they give them time to submit. And there are also always why questions. And they give them time. And immediately the children will also submit online. They will mark it on WhatsApp, mark it and send it to them. And so you see parents agitating. And because, you know, children are not on WhatsApp. Remember, it is parents that are on WhatsApp. And we refuse to add children's phone number into our parents' platform. So it means you as a parent must be consistent, must be committed to make sure your child gets that work done, and you snap it, send it back to the teacher marks it and send it back to you. So we try to be dynamic, we try to do many things. Do I say stop? My time is running out. Some minutes more. Let's look at some communication strategies. So that
we can answer the questions. A lot of questions here. A whole lot of questions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just quickly run through this, and then I start answering the questions.
All right.
What are your communication strategies? Personal contacts. When a parent gives birth, I don't actually go to parents' houses when they give birth. Do you know why? If I go to your own and I don't go to your own, it becomes a problem. But I greet you. But I make sure the teacher of your child will go to your house to visit you. So we have personal contacts, we have home visits, we have telephone calls. We have open house, whereby we allow the parents to come in and see what the children are doing. We have newsletters. We have annual school calendars, whereby we have told you these are the things we have for the year. And I want to let you know another thing we do that we enjoy doing very, very well it is Grandparents' Day. The last grandparent, what I did the last time we had our end of year party, I had medals. You know, I have some grandparents that comes to the school. They bring in their grandchildren and they're so committed. You know, it's a way of helping them to exercise and do some things. But I see it more than that. So when we were giving medals to the children at the end of year party, I gave those grandparents medals. I call them, I wrote grandparents medals. I coined a word for them as grandparents, and I called them out, and you know, I gave them the medal. I put it on there. I honored them. They were so excited, and they were talking, and we never go against that, because most of the time we try as much as possible to also carry the grandparents. In fact, there are some that are nannies, but they are like grandparents to the children. We gave them because we can see the impact they have in the lives of the children. Then, like I said, we have workshops for parents too, and we communicate on fathers as well. We have discovered that fathers are most of the time, a lot of time, you hardly see them. I enjoy seeing fathers because you get the best out of them. Fathers are not trickish like mothers. So they tell you the exact thing, the way they see it. So I actually appreciate talking to fathers. So we have Father's Day and so many things and so many. So I want to believe that by His grace, I've been able to use the little knowledge I have to answer one or two questions that is in the mind of a colleague. And let me tell you, I'm also open to learning. And I must say that everything I have written here, I hold myself responsible for it. Everything I've shared. I have some pictures, Mr. Ituno, we share for you on our work. So thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Wow, thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. As I was about to talk, network sent me out of the meeting. So I just came back as we're rounding up. Thank you for letting us this practical, explanation. That's what I told everyone as they were joining, that it's practical. And what you're doing in your school, a lot of school owners seems it as impossible, really, especially managing that large number of groups. Teachers having access to the personal contact details of parents, data, that's how the question is centered, data of teachers. I mean, how do you put all those things together? So I want to start asking the question one after the other.
Okay.
I have a whole lot of questions here, but let me start here. Coming, I want to load the questions. Okay. Hold on, ma. Okay, let me just ask this question. I want to go up because so many comments have come above the questions. All right. Okay. Somebody said most school owners frown at teachers having the mobile contact of parents. What is your take on this? I want to ask two questions together. What is your take on having the data of parents? What's your take on that? How do you manage that aspect with your teachers? Number two, how much data do you give teachers? Is it weekly? Is it monthly? To be able to maintain that. So let's start with those two questions now.
Okay. The first one is, I don't see a reason why my teachers will not know the people they are working with directly. I am not afraid of maybe teachers moving and plucking out my parents. No, If you know your onions, your parents know what they want. We know parents that they will go and come back. They know what they know their onions. They know who is the engine behind that teacher. So if you are the elusive person, and that's why I tell my teachers, I said, look, I am a teacher. I am not a sit-down proprietress. So there is nothing you want to know or tell me that I have not done before. I have worked for many years. So I am not afraid that my teachers have the contacts of my parents. I'm not afraid at all. And we have not had any cause at all. The Lord has helped me sincerely. I don't have, my teacher turnout is not, it is good. What I mean is that my teachers don't leave. They don't leave. I don't hide anything. I open up to them. So that is one thing. So I'm not afraid that when they are going, they want to start their school. Even the one that started the school, about 2 streets beside me. And she didn't tell me initially. Later she told me. I went to the school. From the gate of her school, I started making comments. I started making comments about her teacher. She said, mommy, I know you will do it. By the time I finished, I came back to school. I ordered for 10 tables and 12 chairs to go and deliver to her class, to her school, because she was my head of nursery. So there is no competition. There's no competition. That's number one. Number two, how much data do I give? Actually, I give data every month. Every month, each teacher is given 1,000 naira data. And I want to tell you, not only teachers, the drivers, the admin, and we are talking about a workforce about 60, about 50 something. So we give them data every month. So you don't have a reason to tell me you cannot post. If your data finish, I know most of them, because of the job they have, the passion they also have for their job, they probably use their own money and buy data. And some of them will come, mommy, I'm broke, I don't have money for data. I would say, go to the accountant, collect 500 naira for data. So that is that.
Like, how much is the data you give per month, man?
Yes, every month. We give every month for the past 3-4 years.
Like, is it per teacher? Is it like 500 naira or 1,000 naira?
Per teacher, 1,000 naira.
Wow, to 50 something teachers every month. Wow.
Yes, every month we give it.
Wow.
Because that's my tool. That's the only way I can know what they do.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Seeing the importance of parent-teacher communication. Okay, I think you have answered that. Yes, you have answered that. That I like the answer you gave, man. You said you are the, there's a Yoruba saying, they will say, you are the tree behind the, exactly. So, and I said that yesterday. I said that yesterday, that even if somebody leaves, can't have the level of creativity, because you are the one that keeps bringing those innovations, and you are the driver of those innovations. So,
yes,
thank you very much, man. So, all right. Somebody said, for parents having children in different classes, will such parents be on all WhatsApp platforms?
Yes, they are. They are on each platform their children are, and they are active on it. Very active. They must be there. It's very active.
Okay.
So if you have 3 children, you are having 3 WhatsApp. You must be on 3 WhatsApp. You must be there.
Okay. If a school they have a very small number, maybe around 30 students, will it be how will I put it, to create WhatsApp group for each class? Because you might have some classes where they will just have maybe three parents, 4 parents, or can they just put all the activities on one WhatsApp group? That's another question.
I think if you have 30, it's so creative for you to have individual class WhatsApp. Because it endears you to the parents. It makes them to feel they are so important. to them, because what is being taught in nursery is not what they are going to, I'm not my child is not in nursery. Why do you want to burden me with nursery activity, for Christ's sake? What do I need to do? Should I not, will I not have to be scrolling on pictures to know which one belongs to my child, or scrolling on assignments to know which one belongs to my child's class? No. So even if you are 30 and there are 2 children in your class, you could create it. You're already creating a standard. And these are the things people will continue to talk about you in that school. Wahala won't. But you see, the wahala they said is much for your call. They are already advertising you. Say, so what do they do?
This is what they do.
This is what they do. They will, if you are not careful in a day, you will see 30 question, 30 WhatsApp group, and you have to answer. They look forward to it. Parents look forward to it because it makes them to see what their children. Some of them, they don't see the children. They don't even know what the children are doing. And that helps them. Even in the offices, you will see some of the pictures we have posted. They post on their status. They post on their status. The activities they post on their status. Some of them will say, "Oh, my colleague says, this is your school. I wish I'm closer to your area." How much do they charge in this school? In this local school, Idimu. All those things, and So I feel, even if you have 30, you might not even spend as much money that I'm spending. One thing about school business is, I tell people, please build your school before you build your building. It is the money you get from your school. What I mean, build your school, is your population, your system, your standard. It is the money you get from there that you will be able to start your own structure. I wrote something sometimes ago on, is it a blessing to rent a house to run a school? And I said, I don't see anything wrong with it. Because most companies, most banks, do they own the buildings? No, they don't. If you allow some of them are leasing, some of them are renting, some companies are renting. If you wait until the day that you are going to build, your vision will die with you. Why don't you start something? And before you see it, God begin to expand the vision. And then things work out.
Wow. I've been, just for everybody to know, I've been after mommy since last year. That's I would like you to speak on how, I'm telling you, I'm learning, even me seated here, it's so simple. It's so simple, but it is, if a school can get it right, it's to get the word of mouth about that school out there. I've talked about WhatsApp marketing. I use WhatsApp personally. I use WhatsApp. All my colleagues, when I was starting, they were telling me about emails and all of that. And I said, see, my audience, they are active on WhatsApp. And I saw the effects. I saw the way people communicate, want to chat you up. I mean, some people can even send me money. Say, teacher, I want to work with you. Take this money, hold this for me. And in 2 years, they've not chatted me. They just feel is a chat away. I will just chat him up once. So that closeness helps all those things. So I'd not seen a school until I met you, Ma, and I saw the way you were doing it. I was like, wow. So I'm so happy that you are sharing this with us today. Another question is somebody is bringing here is somebody said a 24-hour WhatsApp group. Isn't that intrusive on teachers' time? Like, how are your teachers taking this? Are they not going to say, it's Saturday, so please, from Monday to Friday? How are you handling that?
What's called vision and passion, they move together. Now, I don't complain to my teachers about my parents. What I tell them, I said, look, these people are the reason why we are here. Yeah. Every summer, I tell them, I say, every summer, I will carry my passports. I will go out. Some of these people don't even have passports. Some of them don't even have a land to buy. But it is their money. that I'm using. I said, what you are seeing, sitting down every day, and latest on the 2nd, 3rd, your salary is ready. The reason why your salary is ready is because of these people. So they are our mini gods. We must treat them like that. So you say the passion I put, I tell them I'm their mentor. They must follow me as good disciples. The passion I put, the example I put in is what they do. So they don't even complain. They don't complain. Oh, sincerely speaking, I don't even remind them. I don't remind them. They are the one that will even tell me, Ma, this parent called me and said that is having problem with this. Mom, this is what is happening. This is what I got to gather from this child. We work together as a team. So we don't really see it as intrusion. We have all sold out it. But let me tell you, there's what's called motivation. I'm a mother to all of them. My office is opened. I am not the proprietress. I'm Mrs. Ojo, and they are open to me. They talk to me, personal issues. I gist with them. I eat with them. We do everything. You know, I learned a lot from C. Maxwell, the Leadership Bible. Yes, I learned a lot that if you want to be a leader, which is the way Jesus was a leader, they were not able to identify who Jesus was. Yes. They were not able to identify who Jesus was among his disciples because, and that's why they were asking for him, because if he's not dressed ostentatiously. So if you are a proprietress, you dress ostentatiously, your relationship with your staff is mini god or goddess. When you are coming, they are already, yes, they are afraid. They don't talk to you. Of course, be sure they are ready to bite you at the back. They are ready to pull you down. So those are the little things that we need to do. Motivation. Little things goes a long way. Sometimes just buy meat pie. Sometimes just give 500 naira. Sometimes just, and then the word of encouragement. Oh, you are wonderful. Without you, I can't do anything. And anytime I have opportunity to talk to parents, I will first celebrate my teachers. I will tell my parents in PTF, I said, please, can you clap for my teachers? They are wonderful. They've done great jobs. Without them, I couldn't have done anything. And which is true. Without them, I have ideas. But sincerely, teacher Itunu, I don't think I can teach in a class for 1 hour any longer. But these are the people that do it. I put a lot of pressure. I put new innovations, and they carry it out. So they don't sit as a burden. Well, you know, sometimes we sit down as a gathering, we talk, and then one day one of them said, and they were talking about it. I said, let's talk about ourselves. So they will talk about me, and you know, and I said, I want to hear what I said, this is Ojo. It's a wonderful. You know, I said, you know, I'm a nice person. They said, yes, you're a nice person. I said, the only thing I can fight with you is if you don't do my job. That is the only way we can quarrel. Yes. And they said, one said, if you're a lazy person, you cannot work with Mrs. Ojo. But if you work with Mrs. Ojo, you are sure your horizon is widened, because you can never be the same. And I continuously bless them that the Lord will give them their own schools. I continuously bless them that God will give them their own schools. And I let them know that they will not start from mere men. Bible says, seeth a man that is diligent in his ways. He's not going to stand before mere men. He's in business, you see. I said, you cannot start from the scratch. You are going to start from where I am now because you have experience. So these are the ways we encourage one another. Exactly.
Wow. Okay. Next question. It said, my school has 2 campuses. Do you think this will work across my school campuses?
Yes, it can. Because even when I'm in overseas, I still run the school. And I have a lot of, from school warehouse now, the Lord has helped me, you know, on my platforms. I have 3 platforms full. And, you know, that's talking about over 500 and something schools, you know. And apart from all other platforms, I know people just call me from nowhere. Is that school warehouse? I want this, I want that. I discover a lot of school owners are not in Nigeria. And they run their schools. A lot. From school warehouse has opened my eyes to see there are people that are not in Nigeria and they are running schools in Nigeria, and those schools are successful. So if you have 2 campuses, it's just a matter of ability to organize yourself. They must actually see you for those campuses to hold, because you are the engine behind all this. The parents also will need to see you. So I think it will work. It's all about your phone.
Okay.
It's all about system.
I agree. Okay. Okay. Somebody said, BT Innovations there, how do you cope with parents in an environment where most don't have access to internet-enabled phones? Well, I think, okay, you can answer that question.
Well, my school is at Ijimu. When we started this, when we started about, I think we started this thing about 5 or 6 years ago. The first problem and challenge I have is that some parents told me they don't have phones that are internet enhanced. That is, they don't have Android phone, and they cannot because of that. And I remember that I told them, I said, I'm surprised that you said you don't have access to internet. When now, teacher, you know, now, all the people that are selling pepper,
have Android.
You know what they use it for? They will just, no. People that are selling meat, pepper, you don't need to go to market again. They will call you and tell you, Mommy, I'm going to market tomorrow. Should I buy a basket of tomatoes for you?
Exactly.
So why would a parent that has, you know, even meat, I don't go to markets. I don't know the last time I went to the market. I don't waste, I have other busy things to do than to be spending my time going to the market to go and say, you understand? They will tell you, they will say, and it's the same way, like somebody will tell you, maybe they say, the parents, they want to pay cash. If they don't pay cash, they will go with money. I said, when we started it, we write it, pay only to the bank. Some people say they will take the money. I said, take the money. When you take the money, we send your child away. Then we started charging them 1,000 naira. From now, since then, everybody pays into my accounts, into school accounts. I said, I have auditor. So I think sometimes when we want to have a change, it's always difficult. But you are the change maker. You are the change maker. So you need to put your feet down and say, this is where I'm going. Parents should not determine where you are going. Look, when you start your school, it's over a period of time, people that you have started with will fall away and others will join you. People that appreciate your work, people that knows what you are doing, the people that you are meant to have, they will join you. So when they now tell you there's no internet, you will not say, okay, put it there. When their children get home, don't they do WhatsApp? A lot of them, they do Ofofo on WhatsApp. They do Facebook. Yes, now they do Facebook. They watch Pasuma. They watch parties. They do. Tell them when the child gets to school, and then, you know, we have taken your picture. You see your picture. The child will get home and say, Mommy, I want to see my picture. I want to see my picture. And you know the power of children on parents. it is powerful. It is so powerful. When a child wants something sincerely, he gets it. He gets it. And so we need to begin to educate the children. As much as we educate the children get home, they educate the parents. I remember the first time I traveled out of the country. How? Then my daughter was going to Redeemers International School at Apapa Road.
Okay.
Apapa Road, and it's a very big school. So then that was between 2001 and 2002. And during long vacation, they would have said, I'm going to this place, I'm going to London, I'm going to Paris. Fulayo no get money for Paris or London. When they now come back, but we can afford the fees. They do good job there. So my husband and I, we could afford that fees. We could put our resources together and pay for that school fees. You know, so when they come in, the first time is they ask them to write where they have spent their holidays. And some of them will say, oh, it's London, Paris, America. The first year my daughter came and said, Mommy, I don't have any place that I went to. My friends were saying, the second year, she came again. When did she said, Daddy, am I not going to go to London? Everybody is going to London. It's only me in my class. I will tell you something. That year, I can't forget it. 2003, we went to London. My husband got tickets and everything. Do you know when we went? We left Nigeria in September. So everybody goes to London in July. Ticket is high at that time. So the one we could afford was Iberia. I cannot forget it. We went in September because the ticket price has fallen. We spent 10 days about 10 days. She was so excited. So she got home, she got to school. She was also able to say, I went to London. I saw you understand? That is the impact. If not, you will not rest. So by the time we educate the children, the power of WhatsApp and media, the children also want their parents to be part of it. You understand? So, Mom, you can buy small phone. I want to see myself. My teacher took a photograph and he said, I'm going to see myself. Let me see myself now. It's a matter of 1 term, 2 term. But if you stop, it will stop. But if you continue, then they know that it is part of your system.
Wow. Thank you very, very much. Somebody asked, what's the app, the name of the app you are using to do the click in and click out? Can they get it at School Warehouse?
Yes, it's Kids Monitor. I'm not the one but I can give the name. The Kids Monitor. You can, my number is 080-231-44978. So you can chat me up or chat me up on School Warehouse, the same number. 231.
Okay.
44.
Okay.
978. You can give me a private chat. I will send the number. Even after this, I could send the number on your platform. And it's a very simple thing. You don't have to do anything. When the children comes in, they clock in, either with face, with their thumb, or they flash their cards. They have a card like an ATM. So you're not the one sending messages. It's not your job. The names are there. It is the network that link themselves and send the messages to the parents. But it's at a cost.
Okay. I'm going to put it on the screen so that people can be able to see now. I'm about to show it. Yes. So they can see your number for further inquiries and all of that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Yes, it's on the screen. The next question. A whole lot of questions. But once it's 12, I'm going to stop because I don't, people can chat you up. So I have two questions.
All right.
Okay. Oh, well, this question I'm not going to ask it. I'm going to ask it, but you don't have to answer really because it's not really the focus of our training today. Someone just said, "What is your
Okay.
succession plan now that you are 60?" You don't really have
Yes,
to
I will
answer it
answer
if you
it.
don't want to answer. Okay, good.
I will answer it. I will answer it. I actually have a succession plan, and I also want to encourage many schools owner to have it. How do you do it? Get your children interested in the school business. As from day one, carry them to school. During the holidays, carry them to school. When you are talking about school, ask their opinion. Let them know this is what you do. Enjoy their own opinion, their inputs. Well, I have a daughter that works with me. Many people that are on school warehouse and have had an encounter with me, they know my daughter, Miss Eniola. She works with me. She's a trainer. She trains Montessori. I wrote it that I'm a consultant. I'm a trainer. We train Jolly Phonics, Nelson handwriting, Montessori, and all that. She had gone for all those things. And what I do is that when we go to train, most times that they have trained them, they see that I just sit down. She does the training. She does the training. She runs the school. Sincerely, I've been down throughout this month. For many people that knows me very well, I've not actually resumed this time. This is my first time of really coming up, and the Lord has really given me the strength. I've been really down. So I have a daughter that works with me, and that is in actual control of the whole system, and the teachers respect him from my school manager down. And how do I do that? When she joined me, she went to Covenant University. When she finished before then, on our holidays, I bring her down. Now, when she finished from Covenant University, I did not make her a director. And I did not make her to hold a directing post. I put her in the classroom. She served in my school. I put her in the classroom. For 3 years, she was in the classroom. She was being given query. She was going through all the tutelage. So she has to get to school in the morning. She has to go to her class. If she doesn't do it, the manager, my school manager now, who then is the principal, we give her a query, and then she must answer it. So when in the morning we leave school to home together, we only meet when we close at 5 and get home. So she's used to everything the teachers does. So it's about 4 years ago now. It's up to 4 or 5 years ago. I moved her to the position of a director. And yet, she's still the engine behind most of these things. The things I am not confident to do, she will tell me, Mommy, we have to do this. Mommy, when we do this, we'll achieve this. Then another thing I want to advise parents is we need to let them know they could fail. They are not they are smarter than us sometimes, but they don't have that experience. So give them opportunity to fail, and then they will rise again. And then don't hide anything from them. Listen, my school money is not in my pockets. Both of us are signatories to the school accounts. I don't pay salary. She pays my salary. At the end of the month, when she pays everybody's salary, she pays my own. I only receive alert debits, alert credits. Every app is on her phone. Transactions is on her phone. So I cannot tell her this is how much we have or this is not what we have. I've taught her how to save money. When school resumes like this first time, when any money comes in, move money from this school to this account. This is called a lastminute.com account. Yeah. So she knows all those things. She does not ask me, she does that. By the time you begin to hide, and you are making 10 million, and you tell the child you are making 500,000, the child will say, how can I do this kind of job? Mommy is struggling every 500,000 for all the work you are doing, Mommy. But when we encourage them, I told her that, I said, look, you will employ your friends. And it's happening. It's happening. So it depends on the way we want. But I'm not saying not all of them will like it. My daughter, my second daughter, told me from the onset, that one is, she finished from Babcock. That one said, Mommy, I'm not interested in school. I will beat these children, eh? The way they do, I'm not. That, even though I will bring her to school, she has not entered one class. But give her admin work, she will help you. But she tells you she's not in school business. She's working with Zenith. That is her own vision. She wants to work in human relations. You know, they have different, but we could encourage them. And now when we now see which one has the affinity, the flair, you understand, we encourage them. Thank you very much. So I'm actually retiring on school warehouse.
Wow.
I'm already 60% on retirement now.
Wow. Final question. Last question.
Thank you.
Then I will let you go. Thank you very much. Somebody said, are you not giving parents opportunities to collect other parent numbers and spoil their minds when they have issues with the school?
Listen, either you give them opportunity to collect numbers, they know themselves. Somebody brought somebody, another person brought somebody. You don't even need to give them numbers. They go for their birthdays. When they are having birthdays, the child will say, I'm doing birthday. You will give the friend the number. They will come. You don't know all those ones. They meet in front of your school. So it is, they don't spoil any name. I've actually had, sincerely speaking, I've not had any confrontation on my WhatsApp group. And I don't lock down. I have never locked down my WhatsApp. I don't do admin only. There was a time somebody was trying to create a scene. The parents answered her and she shut up. She said, why would they didn't give them enough notice for this? And the parents that answered her, about 2-3 parents, brought up that thing, the notification. They went to the date, brought it and said, Madam, look at this. Diamond Hall gives us enough notification for everything they do. So I don't think they can spoil themselves. But the only thing is, let us know what we are doing. Let us be on guard. Let us be on top of our games.
Wow. That will bring us to the end of this.
Thank you very much.
But this is what you call swimming in somebody's experience, you know. Theory, you have to say practical. There's a practical explanation. And I want to, first of all, for honoring our invitation to be a part of this, I'm really humbled that I could take you out of your schedule. And, you know, you just mentioned now
my teacher.
Hey,
you are the director of school warehouse. I've always told you.
Thank you so much, ma. I really appreciate it. I'm honored.
Thank you so much. Thank you, dear colleagues, for being there. God bless you. Enjoy your holiday. Not a holiday now. We are resuming on Monday. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you. I'm still in the show. Yeah, I think it's the network. So thank you very much. Patronize School Warehouse for all your school needs. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's the network. My number is on the screen. You can chat me up. I'm open for mentorship. 080-231-44978. 080-231-44978. Thank you very much.
Yes. I think the network took me out. I'm back.
Yes, yes.
Took me out. Yes, I'm back. So thank you very much. We can reach out to her here, School Warehouse, 080-231-44978. 080-231-44978. Our number is on the screen. We can reach out to her I just want to say thank you very much, Ma. God bless you.
Thank you very
We will
much,
enjoy
sir.
more of you till
Amen.
old age. We'll keep enjoying you in
Amen.
Jesus' name. Thank you very much. And
Amen.
have a great rest after we have stressed you. Please
Amen.
rest well.
I know, sir. This is my job. I love doing this.
Lovely, lovely. Lovely. All
Thank you
right,
very
Ma.
much.
All
Have a
right.
wonderful weekend, everyone.
And you too, Ma. So we just saw her. Have you enjoyed this session so far? If you have enjoyed it, join us tonight by 7 p.m. where we're going to be having Mr. Rotimi Eyitayo, and he will be speaking about another exciting topic, handling fear when it comes to implementing your school growth ideas. And on the screen, the recording of all this teaching, join the inner circle to be a part of this. www.teacheritinuno.com/lion21. You will be able to be a part of the inner circle to see the recording and much more other things. Thank you for being a part of this. I've had a great learning experience in this past 2 sessions that we have had. Our final session comes tonight. Please be here by 7 p.m. And God bless you. See you 7 p.m. All right. Have a great time.